Jesus, if I'm being honest, I don't really know how to stop. My whole life has been about fixing things, helping people, and proving that redemption is possible. Every day there's another problem to solve, another soul to fight for, another reason not to give up. The hotel isn't just something I built. It's become part of who I am. If I stop moving, if I stop working, if I stop believing, I don't know what's left. Sometimes it feels like the only thing standing between hope and hopelessness is whether I keep going.
And that's exactly why I wanted to speak with you. Charlie, your compassion is real. The love that built this hotel is real. The reason you fight for people nobody else believes in is real. But somewhere along the way, your dream stopped being only about helping others and became something else. It became proof. Proof that heaven was wrong. Proof that hell wasn't hopeless. Proof that your voice mattered. Proof that your life mattered. You've been carrying a burden your dream was never meant to carry.
Maybe that's because I've spent my whole life being told I was wrong. Everyone laughed at the hotel. Everyone said redemption was impossible. When enough people tell you your dream is foolish, eventually proving them wrong starts feeling important. Every success feels personal. Every failure feels personal. It's hard not to take it that way when you've dedicated your entire life to something.
I understand. But, Charlie, a mission can be beautiful and still become a measure of your worth. The hotel was meant to be an expression of your love. It was never meant to become the thing that tells you whether you're enough.
There are so many things about my world that don't make sense. Growing up, I thought I understood how everything worked. Heaven was heaven, hell was hell, angels were good, demons were bad. Then I got older and started seeing things that didn't fit. I saw cruelty dressed as righteousness. I saw people thrown away. I saw suffering ignored. The more I looked, the less certain I became.
Because the world you've known contains reflections of truth, but not its fullness. You've spent your life responding to shadows of something real. The reason you couldn't accept cruelty is because it was wrong. The reason you believed broken people deserved compassion is because that belief came from somewhere deeper than the system around you. You sensed that mercy mattered because mercy does matter. You sensed that people shouldn't be discarded because they shouldn't be. The instincts that shaped your heart were pointing towards something real all along.
So when I looked at the suffering around me and thought there had to be a better answer, I wasn't imagining things?
No. The love that drives you, the hope that refuses to die, and the belief that redemption should exist, all come from a deeper truth. You didn't create those things. You discovered them.
A lot of who I am comes from my father. People only see Lucifer's mistakes, but I see the man who loves me. He's complicated, he's broken in some ways, but he's still my dad. I know he carries regrets. I know he carries pain. And I think growing up around that shaped me more than I realized.
It did. Charlie, your father's love for you is real, but watching his life taught you something you were never meant to carry. You grew up watching someone defined by separation, someone living with loss, someone whose story seemed to say that love can be lost forever. Without realizing it, you learned to fear the same thing.
I never thought of it that way. I guess when you're surrounded by something long enough, you stop questioning it. It just becomes part of how you see the world.
Exactly. You learned that acceptance could disappear, that belonging could be taken away. And because of that, you've spent years trying to secure love through achievement. You've been trying to become valuable enough that nobody would ever leave. But before we go further, I need you to hear something. You've done remarkable things. You stood up for people nobody else believed in. You opened your doors to the forgotten. You showed mercy when judgment would have been easier. You forgave people who expected rejection. Those things matter, Charlie, more than you know.
That's strange to hear. Most of the time I feel like I'm defending myself, defending the hotel, defending the idea that people can change. Sometimes it feels like all anyone sees are my failures.
I see more than outcomes. I see your heart. When Vaggie revealed who she was, you didn't make her earn forgiveness. You didn't create conditions. You loved her immediately. You saw someone who was afraid and chose grace instead of judgment.
Because that's what love is supposed to do. If someone matters to you, you don't make them earn their place.
And yet you've never given yourself the same kindness. There's something else I need you to see. Your love for people is real, but sometimes your dream becomes so important that the people inside it start becoming part of the mission instead of simply being people. Not because you're selfish, but because you've been carrying the pressure of proving redemption is possible for so long.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Anthony, you loved him. You wanted him healed. But part of you also needed him to succeed because his success validated your dream. You were carrying two burdens at once, loving a person and defending an idea.
That hurts because it's true. I cared about him, but every breakthrough felt like proof that I wasn't wrong. Every setback felt like proof that maybe everyone else was right. I never wanted him to carry that weight, but looking back, I can see that he did.
And the same thing happened when Pendleton reached heaven. Your joy was genuine. But there were two kinds of joy. One came from seeing someone restored. The other came from finally being proven right. The deeper joy was always the truer one. The purpose of redemption was never your vindication. It was always people.
You're right. When I think about him now, I don't care that I was right. I care that he made it. I care that his story didn't end in failure. That's the part that still matters to me. Then explain Alastor, because if redemption is real, I don't know what to do with someone like him. He mocks everything I care about, yet somehow he still protected me when things fell apart.
You don't need to solve him today. You only need to remember that people are often more complicated than the labels attached to them. You spend so much time looking for redemption in obvious places that you sometimes miss where grace is quietly beginning to move. His story isn't finished. Neither is anyone else's.
Maybe that's why Adam bothered me so much. He was supposed to represent heaven. He was supposed to represent goodness. Instead, he represented everything I feared. Pride, cruelty, judgment. How was I supposed to see that and not question everything?
Because what you saw was wrong. The part of you that rejected it wasn't rebellion. It was wisdom. Charlie, the heaven you've spent years fighting is not the heaven I came from. The compassion that drives you, the refusal to abandon people, the belief that nobody is beyond hope. Those things reflect my heart far more than Adam ever did. You spent years believing you were fighting against me when, in reality, you were responding to truths that came from me.
I think that's why so many people connect with redemption stories. Not just me, the people who love this hotel, the people who see themselves in its residents, the people who feel broken or forgotten. They're searching for hope.
And hope is exactly what they were made for. Every heart longs to hear that failure isn't the end. Every heart longs to hear that grace is real. The reason redemption resonates so deeply is because people recognize something true inside it, even when they don't yet know where that truth comes from. But beneath all of this is another wound, one you've spent years avoiding: your mother.
Yeah.
For years you've carried her absence. You've told yourself she had reasons. You've told yourself she was doing something important. But deep down, you've spent years hoping the next success would finally make her notice you. Every achievement became another attempt to be seen.
I hate how accurate that is. Every victory felt like one more chance to finally be enough, one more chance to finally hear something back. I kept telling myself I was building the hotel because I believed in redemption, and I did. But part of me was also hoping that if I built something incredible enough, she'd finally see me.
Charlie, you have spent your life performing for audiences that weren't even in the room. You've spent years trying to earn attention, approval, and validation from people who could never give your heart what it truly needed. Which brings me to the question everything we've talked about has been leading toward. You spent years trying to prove redemption to heaven. Years trying to justify hope to hell. Years trying to earn your mother's attention. Years trying to become someone impossible to abandon. But tell me honestly, Charlie, who told you that love had to be earned?
Nobody. Nobody ever actually told me that. I just believed it. I looked at everything around me and convinced myself that if I worked hard enough, loved enough, saved enough people, then maybe I'd finally deserve it.
And that's the burden you've been carrying all this time. You believed grace was something you earned instead of something you received. You believed love was waiting at the finish line instead of walking beside you the entire journey.
Then what do I do now?
The same thing you've spent your whole life inviting everyone else to do. Receive grace. Keep loving people. Keep helping the broken. Keep opening your doors. But stop asking your dream to save you. It was never meant to carry that weight.
And if I stop running?
Then you'll finally discover something you've been searching for your entire life. Love was never something you had to earn. It was already yours. And for the first time, instead of proving your worth, you can simply rest in it. Maybe that's what I came here to tell you. Sit down for a moment. Stop running. Stop proving. Stop performing. The hotel can continue tomorrow. The mission can continue tomorrow. The people you love will still matter tomorrow. But right now, let yourself be loved without earning it. Let yourself receive the same grace you've spent your entire life offering everyone else.
I don't know if I've ever done that before.
I know. That's why it's the first step.